I stepped right into Chase's path and held it out.
Thanks for helping me move in the other day.
I didn't wait for a response, ducked my head like I was shy, and walked back to Jade before he could say anything. His teammates lost it immediately, elbowing him and making noise. The way Jade looked at me shifted. There was awe in it now. It started with a housing reassignment. The dean stopped me in the hallway.
We're planning to move you into Ridgewood 302 to take Lauren's place. What do you think?
Lauren, the one before me, had ended up in the counselor's office twice. Her roommates were bad girls, led by Jade. They had burned her. I draw the short straw.
And I don't have a choice in this?
You're here on a full scholarship, one that's funded by our donors. I trust you know what's expected of you.
Everyone else at this school had money or connections. I had neither. So I'm just some poor schmuck supposed to accept it, huh? I'd been fidgety all noon, unable to settle down. If I moved in, I'd end up like Lauren, or worse. Then the back door swung open, and Chase walked in with half the lacrosse team. I watched him drop into a seat and pull out his phone. And just like that, I had an idea. Chase was the school alpha, captain of the lacrosse team. The kind of guy Jade's clique would never go after directly. If I could make it look like we were close, even just for a few days, it might be enough breathing room to figure out the rest. I walked over and set a completed problem set down in front of him.
Today's homework.
He didn't look up from his phone. I slid it closer. Fed up, he was about to tear it up, only to find it had already been filled out completely. Then he finally bothered to look at me properly.
The dean asked you to help me move.
It wasn't exactly humiliating for him. I'd even had the sense to sweeten the deal with a finished homework set. Considerate of me, I thought. That afternoon, I walked into Ridgewood 302 with Chase carrying half my boxes. I slid the key in and pushed the door open. There was Jade, seated in the chair, a circle of bad girls flanking her. The whole scene, set up like an interrogation.
Stella, right? There are rules in this room. You follow mine.
I'd expected exactly this. I let out a small sound and stopped in the doorway.
Why'd you stop? Let's go.
Chase stepped out from behind me, bags in both hands. The clique went silent.
What rules? Can she put her stuff on the desk or not?
Jade stood up slowly.
Yeah, she can.
Chase dropped the boxes on the desk without ceremony. He went back for the rest, brought in my toiletries, set them in the bathroom without a word, and left.
Do you want to grab dinner together?
Nah.
I caught up with him in the hallway. Fine then. Coach Barnett's been asking about your attendance again. Be careful. I watched his back disappear around the corner. Then I turned around, put on my best expression of lingering affection, and closed the door. The atmosphere in the room had shifted entirely.
So you and Chase, what's the deal with you two?
I glanced up and tucked my hair behind one ear, smiled shyly, and saying nothing. Sometimes silence was the whole answer. The bad girl's eyes instantly filled with awe. They could push around any ordinary girl, but Chase Hartley's girlfriend? I finished unpacking, moved my shampoo to the shelf closest to the door, the perfect spot.
I could just stand really.
Nobody said a word. A few days passed. Ridgewood 302 was quiet. Everyone was being oddly polite. Until one afternoon, I ran into Jade outside the dining hall. She was alone, which was unusual.
Eating alone? Where's Chase?
My stomach dropped. She was starting to wonder. Right on cue, Chase and his teammates came out of the gym across the quad. I pushed my hair back, gave my brightest smile.
Practice ran late. Knowing him, he probably hasn't eaten anything.
I jogged over to the vending machine by the gym entrance and grabbed a carton of chocolate milk. Then I stepped right into Chase's path and held it out.
Thanks for helping me move in the other day.
I didn't wait for a response, ducked my head like I was shy, and walked back to Jade before he could say anything. His teammates lost it immediately, elbowing him and making noise. The way Jade looked at me shifted. There was awe in it now.
Does he actually drink that stuff? No idea. I like it, so I bought it.
To her, I was now the girl Chase Hartley lets feed him chocolate milk. Not far off, Chase glanced at me. Then, against all reasonable expectations, he had bitten down on the straw. He was walking back toward the dorms, drinking it like this was completely normal.
He left something on my desk. Our photo, cut into tiny pieces. I couldn't even make out our faces. Slept for 6 years. Griffin pinned me against the dark stairwell.
Serafina, you really think you can keep sleeping with your brother forever?
But he doesn't know that this time, I'm no longer the one at his mercy.
We're done. Time to wake up.
I didn't tell him the truth. Didn't tell him I'd already agreed to marry his friend. and my wedding would happen first. At Thanksgiving dinner, my stepbrother Griffin finally came home. After 3 months of ghosting me, he wore a perfectly tailored suit. A stunning woman was clinging to his arm.
Everyone, this is Brielle, my girlfriend.
Welcome.
My mother's entire face lit up. Griffin pulled out Brielle's chair and poured her wine, every move deliberate and attentive. At the head of the table, my stepfather Harrison smiled approvingly.
Well, looks like Griffin finally came to his senses. For a while there, I thought my son would never bring a woman home.
No one at that table knew the truth. We'd been sleeping together in secret for 6 years. Footsteps followed close behind me. I turned around, and Griffin was right there. Griffin and I were never just brother and sister. When I was 14, my mother married Harrison Ashford. His son, Griffin, was 1 year older than me. The summer I turned 18, I cornered him in the pool house and told him how I felt.
You serious? Fine. But if our parents lose their minds over this, you'd better have my back.
I took that as a yes. I followed him to college in London. In that dim bedroom, we crossed every line over and over again.
Do you regret it?
You asked for this, Serafina.
After graduation, we moved back to New York. Then everything went underground.
You can't keep dragging your stepsister to these things. When are you getting a real girlfriend? No chance. I'm too busy for relationships. I'll probably never get married.
That year, he spoiled me senseless. So I decided to force his hand.
Griffin, I wanted to marry you.
And he said yes.
You two look perfect together. Thank you.
We flew to a tiny coastal town where nobody knew us and took wedding photos. That photo stayed in his wallet for a very long time, until he realized I was serious.
Put this away, Serafina. You are not 18 anymore. Stop being so naive. We can't get married.
What about you? Are you going to marry someone else one day?
Maybe, if father insists, and if there's a suitable match, I won't say no.
That was how marriage worked in our world. A transaction. 2 families bound together by a contract. Love was never part of the deal.
Then we're done.
Fine.
He agreed so fast, almost like he was scared I'd take it back. The next day, he flew to London, said it was a business trip. He left something on my desk. Our photo, cut into tiny pieces. I couldn't even make out our faces. For the next 3 months, my life was a living nightmare. I called him, but every call went straight to voicemail. Eventually, my mother noticed. My eyes were constantly red and swollen. I told her everything. She didn't even look surprised.
It's Griffin, isn't it?
I said nothing. She probably figured it out years ago.
Oh, good Lord. You and Griffin? That's a scandal. I know plenty of men who'd be a much better fit for you. Want me to set something up?
No, I said. Using one man to get over another? Pathetic. But eventually, I caved. His name was Stellan, and according to him, he didn't care if his future wife had no feelings for him at all. I only did it to spite Griffin. He said someday he'd marry a suitable match. Fine. I'd be with someone else before he even had the chance. Stellan was handsome, gentle, and just as attractive as Griffin, but I felt absolutely nothing.
I have no expectations for this marriage. You stay loyal, and so will I. But let's be clear first. I will never love you.
Deal. But one last question. What if one of us changes our mind?
Oh, all those rules I just laid out? Consider them a rough draft, totally open to edits.
I had dinner with his parents afterward. They were surprisingly kind to me. And just like that, I was someone else's fiancé.
I hurt too much to walk. Let me rest for a second, okay?
I could not refuse. Lucas's eyes turned cold at once. He had just taken one step toward us. During the months I had a crush on Lucas Reed, the football captain, I tried everything to lose weight. One day in volleyball class, I almost passed out from hunger. Lucas grabbed my hand and dragged me straight to the cafeteria. Lucas looks angry, but keeps his voice low.
Can you stop starving yourself?
If anyone makes another joke about your body, I'll shut them up.
That was the day I thought Lucas might like me too, so I confessed.
What? Lily Taylor, did you just say you like Lucas?
His voice carried across the whole classroom. For 1 second, the room went silent. Then everyone burst out laughing.
Damn, Lucas really is something. Even the fatty has a crush on him. Lucas, is that why you keep rejecting girls? You were saving yourself for her?
You serious?
My face burned. I could not say another word. Then a loud crash cut through the room. Lucas stood up and kicked over his desk.
I just want to know one thing.
Lucas looked down at me.
What made you think you could confess to me? Do you think my standards were that low?
My whole body went stiff. The heat drained from my face.
Don't you think you're kind of gross?
I had been mocked for my body for years, but Lucas was the first boy who ever defended me. For a while, I thought my life could be different, but today, Lucas crushed that dream himself. I finally understood. Girls like me did not get exceptions. Before the next bell rang, Lucas rubbed his brow and left the classroom. He never came back that day. The next morning, one of his friends came over to move his desk.
Lucas said he felt sick after yesterday. He's taken a few days off. He asked me to move his seat. Not because of you, don't overthink it.
I blinked hard. My eyes stung. I couldn't understand why being bigger than other girls made people hate me this much. I only ate half a bowl more than they did. Was that really so disgusting? 3 days later, Lucas came back. He walked into the classroom with his arm around Bella Hart's waist. Bella was captain of the cheer squad. Every guy's dream. And I, a nobody, people only remembered when they needed a joke.
Damn, Lucas. Finally got yourself a girlfriend? So is it real or just for show?
What do you mean? Do I look like the kind of girl who lets random guys put their hands on my waist?
Lucas did not deny it. People started cheering and teasing them. I lowered my head and looked at my workbook. At least no one cared about what happened that day anymore. No one had time to laugh at me. That was already good enough. After that, I buried myself in schoolwork. On the next AP Calculus test, I beat Ethan Miller, the top student, for the first time. The moment class ended, Ethan moved his desk beside mine.
Miss Carter said I keep messing up the written explanations. She told me to learn from you. New seatmate. Help me out?
It took me a few seconds to realize I had a seatmate again. I was a little happy.